There's a truth every angel investor deeply knows, but few speak out loud. The hardest thing isn't finding a startup or a pitch that sounds good. It's finding a founder who will never quit. Someone who will withstand all the storms, the doubts, the moments when every cell in their body screams, give up. That's the holy grail. Because let's be honest, anybody can burn bright for a little while. The real question is, who stays lit when the world tries to snuff them out? Every day, investors watch hopeful founders come and go like a tide. Some vanish after the first big hit, others crumble under tiny pressure. And just like that, millions of dollars, dreams, and potential disappear into thin air. This sucks. It's painful to see. It shakes faith, but it's the brutal reality. The founder who will never quit is the one who transforms everything: your money, the industry, the future. But they are damn rare. So how do you spot them before you write the check? How do you read between the polished slides, the rehearsed answers, the charm? Because the usual signs, the surface stuff, those won't cut it. You need to see into the fire burning inside. Look closely, and you'll notice something almost invisible at first. It's not just about confidence or passion. It's something deeper, an unbreakable refusal to surrender, even when sinking feels easier than swimming. It's not an ego trip or reckless optimism. It's a sacred stubbornness, a sacred resilience born from a place so raw it almost hurts to watch. They have scars, not just on their hands from working late nights, but scars inside, the wounds of betrayal, failure, missing out, and plenty of times when every door slammed in their face. Instead of hiding those scars, they carry them like armor. That kind of founder doesn't play safe because safety is a cage. No, they dive headfirst into the worst situations because that's where they grow. You want to know the secret? These founders do not define themselves by their startup or their current hustle. They are not attached to their role because their identity is much bigger than any fail or win. When the company fails, they don't disappear, limp away, or lose hope. They get up, adjust, and find a new way forward because their why is bigger than the why of this one project. They don't hide behind their titles or fancy degrees. Many times, you'll find them hungry, raw, and unpolished. They are basement builders and garage tinkerers, not corporate polished suits. They don't just want riches. They want to change reality itself. They want to prove a truth that was denied to them or a vision that lights their soul on fire. And this obsession burns so hot it blinds the weak but powers the unstoppable. Here's something the noise won't tell you. The best founders never ask for permission. Society tells them to follow rules, stay small, play comfortable. But these founders, they are quick to break those rules. They question everything, even the advice of those who claim to want to help. They do this because they're not here to fit the mold. They refuse to be framed by someone else's expectations. That's what makes them contagious, magnetic, dangerous, in the best possible way. Listen closely. This is where many investors trip up. They look for too many perfect checkboxes. They want a polished founder who fits their image of success. But what if that image is a trap? What if the founders who will never quit are messy, chaotic, sometimes rude, sometimes doubted by everyone around them? Because they're struggling just like the rest of us, but with a fire inside that never goes out. You need to peel back the layers. Look for founders who own their story, the good, the bad, the ugly, and tell it without hesitation. The ones who don't hide from their failures, but embrace them and show you the lessons carved by pain. These people are transparent, raw humans who don't care about impressing investors with slick jargon. They just want to build, to fight, to survive. There's something else to search for, the hunger to be better, not tomorrow, but minute by minute. These founders consume feedback like air. They do not defend their egos. They destroy those walls because stagnation means death to them. Watch for people who hear no like music, who dissect criticism and use it as gasoline. They don't just listen, they evolve. Most important, they are relentless learners. The market changes, the product shifts, The economy collapses, competitors rise, they adapt instantly, but not because it's a strategy, because they live at the edge of discomfort every single day, where growth feels like survival. But how to measure all this? You can't quantify resilience with a spreadsheet. You can't put stubbornness in a slide deck. It's in the subtle things. How a founder handles pressure when a demo crashes in front of you. How they respond when you challenge them hard. What's their energy like when things go sideways? Don't look for rehearsed answers. Look for genuine tension, for when their real spirit shines through the cracks. See if they surround themselves with people who challenge them, who keep them honest. Founders who only want yes men are doomed. Real ones seek brutal truth, even if it burns them. That shows maturity. That shows hunger for truth, not comfort. Also, beware of the illusion of charisma. It can hide a fragile ego. The founder who will never quit is not just a loud voice. Often, they are oddly humble because their struggle has broken their pride so many times. Humility with fire in their eyes, that's an explosive combo. Remember, it's not just about them either. The founder who never quits understands one unshakable fact. No one builds alone. They build a tribe, a crew, a family. And this isn't the fake team building cliche. These founders create ecosystems of trust and rebellion. They find those rare souls who are ready to burn as bright and die trying. They don't just need investors, they need partners in battle. And that's where you, as an angel investor, come in. Your role is more than just writing checks. You see the world differently. They need you to see deeper, to believe in the rare spark others dismiss as a risk or foolhardiness. Your blessing means survival. Your patience means evolution. Your challenge means growth. Don't settle for the easy wins or the safe bets. The greatest change comes from those who swim against every current society throws at them. If you want to back founders who never quit, you must be willing to dive into the messy, uncomfortable world of genuine grit. That means celebrating failures as much as wins, embracing chaos, and choosing loyalty over convenience. One more thing, learn to read energy. It's a skill honed over years, but starts with listening. The founder's energy will tell you more than their words. Do they burn with desperation or determination? Are they fueled by fear or vision? Do they run from problems or toward them? This emotional pulse reveals their staying power. And what about the big picture? This is not just about your portfolio or the next exit. It's about shifting the system itself, the system that rewards obedience and punishes those who dare more. When you back founders who will never quit, you back the sideways rebels, the edge walkers, the rare few who will bend reality to their will. You become part of a movement that rejects comfort and demands transformation. This isn't for the faint-hearted. It's a call to be ruthless in your selection, but compassionate in your support. To build secrets, alliances with those who burn louder and faster than the rest. To recognize that true freedom and progress come only when you back those who don't stop, even when the world tries to bury them under noise, rules, and doubt. Yes, there will be failures, but those failures are the price of ultimate transformation. For every founder that falters, there is one who rises, more powerful than ever, because they fought the darkness and won. You want to be on the right side of that story. Not a spectator, but a liberator, a partner, a believer. So when the next pitch comes your way, don't just hear the words. Feel the fire behind them. Look past the PTAs, the polished resumes, the rehearsals. Find the heart that burns, not for themselves, but a vision too big to quit on. Find the founder who has been knocked down, but each time rises with a louder roar. Because that's where the future lives. In those relentless souls who refuse to accept the cages disguised as freedom, who break every rule just to become more. Those are the founders who will never quit. And they are the ones that will change everything. Don't just invest. Ignite. Pick the rebels who look like failures but burn like warriors. Align with those who destroy the old to build the new. Join the rebellion not by words, but by backing those who embody it. Those who turn pain, failure, and rejection into the fuel for unending fight. This is your edge, your mission, your power. Because in the end, backing founders who never quit is not a bet on one project. It's a bet on the coming revolution of those who refuse to bow, to surrender, or to settle. The world isn't broken because it lacks ambition. It's broken because it rewards those who quit early, who settle for the quiet life, who follow the rules made to hold them down. But you don't have to be part of that broken system. You get to be the force that fuels the fire of the undying, the founder who will never quit. This is your chance to rise above conformity, to back the rare souls who will redefine reality, and to create freedom that isn't handed out, but seized with blood, sweat, and relentless will. So watch closely, listen deeply, and don't blink. This is the moment where you stop settling, where you stop following protocols, where you finally back those who refuse to quit, because they are the only ones who will build the future worth living for.